Navien units come equipped from the factory as a natural gas unit and are able to work from 0 to 2,000 feet. These units can be converted to propane in about 10 minutes in the field, as well as can be converted to work with higher elevations up to 10,100 feet. So we're going to show you how to do the gas conversion of the units. To do this, it will take about 10 minutes to do. We'll need a couple tools. We will need a Phillips screwdriver, a combustion analyzer, or a dual port manometer. In addition to that, a 4mm Allen key or a 5/32 Allen key will be used to adjust the gas valve. Starting with the cover, we are going to remove it by removing 4 screws. Carefully remove the cover. Once we have the cover removed, we are going to locate the propane conversion kit by reaching inside the cabinet and locating the bag with the bright yellow sticker on it. In here, you will also find a bag with a bright red sticker. That would be used for doing the natural gas conversion. Inside the gas conversion kit, you will find step-by-step instructions for completing the conversion. You'll find gas conversion labels that need to be completed and stuck on the side of the cabinet once the conversion is complete. And you'll also find a bag with the gas conversion orifice plate, an O-ring, a packing ring, and 2 screws for completing this conversion. To do the gas conversion, first thing we're going to remove from the unit is the gas pipe that connects the gas valve to the dual venturi at the top here. To do this, we just need a Phillips screwdriver. There's 2 screws at the bottom and 4 screws at the top. Once the 6 screws are removed, we're going to carefully remove this gas pipe and set it aside. Then locate the orifice plate by the dual venturi. Carefully remove the O-ring that's in front of that orifice plate. And then the orifice plate can be removed by removing 2 Phillips screws. Once the screws are removed, the orifice plate can just be pulled right out, set aside, and you will also find a rubber packing ring behind here, which will also be removed. Carefully put the new packing ring in here and make sure that it's fully seated to the back. Carefully insert the new propane conversion kit in here. And then using the new Phillips screws that are included in the kit, please carefully insert them, making sure not to over tighten. Insert the new O-ring included with the gas conversion kit. Making sure that it's fully seated all the way around. And then reassemble with the gas pipe. Once the orifice plate has been changed, we will have to change a dip switch to convert the unit to propane mode. This dip switch is found on the bottom left side of the front panel. You will find a bank of 2 dip switches here. To convert the unit to propane, we need to change dip switch 1. When completing the gas conversion, once the orifice plate has been changed and the dip switch has been set, we are going to have to set the front panel to propane as well. To do this, we will have to complete the startup wizard of this unit. First off, turn power on to the unit. Let the fan go through its startup cycle. You will hear the fan come on, the dual venturi change positions, as well as the motors exercise themselves. Once the unit has gone through its initial startup cycle, the front panel will say starting NPE setup wizard, press OK to continue. Once you press OK, the next option will be to set the date and time of the unit. We will quickly set here. Following that, we will have the option of selecting the units to display for imperial or metric mode. Following that, we will be able to select natural gas or propane. If we select natural gas while the dip switch is set in propane, it will give us a warning saying that this cannot be completed. If we select propane gas, while the dip switch is set for propane, we'll carry on through the next step in the programming. With that, it will say gas conversion kit required. Has the gas orifice plate being changed? Select yes. Following that, we can select the elevation. 0 to 2,000 feet is what we will select here. Following that, we're going to select our recirculation options. We're going to leave that at no recirculation for now. It'll give us a summary of how the unit is programmed. In case we will quickly go through that summary. The basic setup of the unit is complete. Once the unit has been completed for propane conversion, if successful, at the top it will say LP on the screen. To complete the gas conversion process, we will have to calibrate the unit to the gas at site. To calibrate a Navien NPE or an NCB unit for use on propane, we'll need to use a combustion analyzer to measure the flue gases, as well as a 5/32 or a 4mm Allen key for adjusting the gas valve. First thing we're gonna do is make sure that the unit is not firing, turn the gas off to the unit, and then remove the cap on the exhaust test port by simply reaching into the unit, taking that cap off, leaving that off to the side. We're going to make sure that our combustion analyzer is on, then insert that into that exhaust test port. From there, we are going to lock the unit into low fire burner operation. To do this, we can simply push the back and the menu button at the same time for 3 seconds. Select special operations mode, select first minimum, and once we have first minimum set, we can now open up a fixture and the unit will be locked into low fire mode. Once we have that unit running, we are going to be looking at the CO2 value, and in order to calibrate on propane, we want this value to be at 10.7% plus or minus 0.5. If after a couple minutes of running, we are not at that value, we are going to take our Allen key, remove the cap from the gas valve, then using that same Allen key, we're going to make small adjustments until we get that dialed in to where it needs to be. Once we are at 10.7 plus or minus 0.5%, we are going to reinstall the cap on the gas valve. Remove our combustion analyzer, reinstall the cap on the exhaust duct. And then we need to put the front panel back to normal operation. To do this, push the back button once, select normal. From there, push the back button a series of times until we have the unit back to the standby screen. The other method of testing and calibrating the unit is to use a dual port manometer. This is not the preferred method, but can also be done. We will have to connect a hose from the positive port of the manometer to the offset port of the gas valve. This is accessed by using a Phillips or a slot head screwdriver, backing this screw out, being careful that we do not remove the screw all the way. Connect the hose over that. Zero this out while the fan is not running. Force the unit into low fire mode by again pushing the back and menu button at the same time for 3 seconds, selecting special operations, select first min, and that will lock the unit into low fire. Following that, we will open up a fixture and calibrate that system while it's running. To find your values for calibrating, please locate the gas conversion kit, include inside the cabinet, and in those instructions, it will show you what number to calibrate to. If an adjustment needs to be made, you have to use a 5/32 Allen key or a 4mm Allen key. Access the adjustment port by removing a cap on the gas valve. And then if an adjustment needs to be made, we're going to use that same Allen key, and we are going to turn this up or turn this down, making very small changes at a time. Now that we have that dialed in to negative 0.02 plus or minus 0.01 inches water column, this unit has been dialed in for use with propane. Once we get this dialed in, we are going to put the cap back over that gas valve, turn the water off to the unit so the unit shuts down. Remove the hose from our manometer. Retighten the screw. To put the unit back to normal burner operation, we will have to push the back button once, select normal burner operation, hit the OK button, and then we will push the back button a series of times till the unit is back to the standby screen. And just like that, this unit has been converted from natural gas to propane. Please don't forget to fill out that gas conversion label and put that next to the serial number. So if anybody else comes across this unit, they know it has been converted to propane. If you do ever get stuck, don't forget Navien Tech Support is there to help you out 7 days a week. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video on YouTube and subscribe to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.